Hello, and welcome to my minor presentation 1. My name is Jeffrey Vanco. I am a second-year Business Administration Finance student at St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. My minor presentation today is reviewing Chapter 10 of our e-text, specifically Objections, knowing how to address your prospect's concerns. So I will do a summary of the pages 309 to 313. So let's get started. So the first thing as a sales professional, when we encounter handling an objection from a potential client or a prospect is, we need to stop this knee-jerk reaction to react immediately, particularly with a negative connotation. What we need to do is basically relax and hear the prospect out, hear the customer out. We need to employ sound listening skills, and we need to ask questions, in particular probing questions. We need to hear our customers out. We should strive to understand perception from the customer's point of view. If not, our customer will feel rushed and they could become upset, and you can lose a sale immediately. And you can actually turn a customer off from a business just from having sales professionals who don't know how to handle an objection appropriately. Just hear them out. Listen. So it's important to note that a customer objects for 4 main reasons. Within the pages of my topic discussion, I am going to overview 3 of them. The first being requests for information. So requests for information may be seen as an objection when in reality a customer is just entering the conviction stage. So they may be on the fence whether as to they're going to purchase a product, and an objection might come across as something negative when they just really need more information. So conviction stage can be best described as, I have created the desire as the sales professional. My prospect wants the product, but here's one issue. They aren't really convinced that I'm the best supplier of the product or that my product is the best choice. So these are things that a sales professional can encounter when a prospect has an objection, but really it's a request for more information. He's still not sure yet. So a second reason why a customer may object is called a condition. In particular, an objection that turns into a condition of sale. So, for example, I have a customer who says, if you provide X, I'll buy your Y. If the objection is sensed as a possible condition, I have to determine if I can help my customer meet this condition. If not, I need to end the conversation politely and move about with my day. It's a dead end, for lack of a better term. So, for example, I'm presenting a car to a customer, and the car payment is $500 a month. And my customer says, well, I can't afford $500 a month. My response is, well, what is your monthly income? If they tell me it's $1,000, it's end of discussion. This car is out of the customer's price range, and I know any further discussion with that particular car is going to result in an objection immediately. It's unrealistic for me to pursue it any further. So I might take this information and suggest a different product. Maybe I can find a car with a $200 a month payment, and we can move on from there. That's a condition. So when dealing with objection by your prospect, it's important to remember that negotiation can overcome a condition. What we're trying to find here is common ground where both parties essentially win, or we get something out of the deal. For example, the prospect says to me, the sales professional, I'll buy your Honda motorcycle if you give me a 10% discount. So I get the sale, and my prospect is happy with a 10% discount. I could also see if maybe down the road with our sales presentation, because I gave the prospect a 10% discount, he would be more apt to buying some financial services product like disability insurance on the car or a new set of floor mats or whatnot, because I helped him in the beginning with obtaining a discount. So negotiating is about win-win. I myself have negotiated extensively with products ranging from new cars to even renting an apartment. It makes the consumer more apt to having less objections and purchasing your product. I just think if it's doable, execute it immediately. Now, a prospect's objections can be practical or they can be psychological. Practical, otherwise known as avert, it can be a tangible, real objection, such as a price being too high, or the delivery schedule doesn't work with their schedule, or they have no legitimate need for a product. If it's a real objection, my job as a sales professional is to show that my product is of high quality and it's worth the price. For example, I may suggest removing certain features so the price can come down. Maybe we can work with a delivery schedule so it can suit my client's needs. Or maybe I can show a legitimate reason why the product is needed in my client's life. That is a practical, overt objection. The other type being a psychological or hidden objection. So this can be something that the client may not verbally disclose directly, but there is an underlying reason why the prospect is not purchasing. And it could be something such as resistance to spending money. So I can't afford that, and my job is to come in and say, well, I can help you afford that with a payment plan, or we have a $1,000 rebate going on right now with a certain product. So I'd like to discuss the topic of meeting the objection. Now, my goal as a sales professional is to address any concerns that my prospective client may have. I need to uncover, rectify, and eliminate any issues they may be experiencing. When I do this, my client is more likely to purchase a product from me because we're building a foundation of trust. It's about two-way communication. I ask questions, I understand my buyer's needs. He in turn feels more comfortable with me, and we can develop a successful sales relationship along the way. So I need to understand each and every objection that my client may have, and I need to respond accordingly. So different objections require different responses. We're all different people. We all have different needs, and I have to, for a lack of a better term, find the shoe that fits. So there are 6 categories of objections, and I'll get into 2 of those that are detailed in the outline of the chapter through pages 309 to 313. So those being hidden objections and the stalling objection. We'll get into those right now. Now, one of the 2 types of categories of objections I'm going to be speaking about today is called a hidden objection. So this basically takes place when a customer is asking unimportant questions about a product in conversation with the sales professional. So the true feelings of that particular product are not being disclosed, and it's because there's a lack of trust between the client and the sales professional. So they may not be disclosing true feelings because they don't want to offend the sales professional. It's my job to ask probing questions to gain real insight and real information and discover why you're here looking at a particular product in the first place. I mean, it could be something as simple as, the customer's having a bad day and they could make a comment like, well, I think cars are stupid. And it's my job to respond with what are known as smoke out questions. And I could say, well, what causes you to say that? We could get to the real root cause of what's going on and provide a solution maybe they didn't know existed. So, I can't convince a prospect to buy without understanding of what it is they need to be convinced of. And that's, again, why we use probing questions to find out why you're here, what it is that you're looking for. I'll give you an example. So somebody could come in and say, the price is just too high. And I could say, I could show them the value of competitive pricing and expect to make a sale. But I mean, the real reason why they're saying that is they're just not in a position to buy. They're reluctant to spend any money right now. Maybe they're having money troubles, or they had a bad experience with purchasing a similar product. I could also try asking a direct question. I mean, you should use these things sparingly because you could offend a customer. But I could just say, what's the real issue here? Like, what's going on? And they could say, well, I just got laid off. I can't afford a new car. It's really bothering me. You have to be careful with that, though, because it can backfire. So that's the hidden objection. Now, the last type of objection I'll speak about today is known as the stalling objection. We've all heard the famous response, "I'll think about it." I myself have used this extensively when dealing with sales professionals whom I just didn't feel the energy with, or for whatever reason I didn't want to speak to them. I just wanted them to go away, leave me alone, and let me look at a certain product. But it's your job as a sales professional to determine if it's the truth. I mean, if you really do just want to think about it, or if you have legitimate questions about a certain product. I mean, the stalling objection it's a commonly used tactic. You should legitimately question the stalling tactic. I'll give you an example. Somebody could say, well, I'm just too busy to talk to you right now. I don't have time. My schedule is too busy. You could respond with, well, when is a good time to speak with you today? Would tomorrow work better at 3 p.m.? Would you rather schedule something for the weekend? How does Saturday at 1 p.m. sound? I mean, with any response to any objections, your communication should always be positive. I mean, it's your job to make possibilities happen. You have to have a can-do attitude, not only for yourself as a sales professional to advance your career, but I mean, really, the main goal here, if you want to be a great sales professional, you need to service your clients' needs. It's all up here. It's about positivity. So, thanks for watching my presentation. Have a great day. Bye.